Welcome, everyone. Please be seated. Before we begin, I just wanted to ask that everyone please silence your devices and phones. Jessica wanted me to be sure that everyone knew exactly when and where the party was going to start. It's cocktail hour on the upper patio just behind us here, immediately following the ceremony. And for those of you that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting, I'm Chad, Travis's older brother. Jessica and Travis are so thankful for the roles that each and every one of you have played in their lives over the years. And they want to thank you for weaving your support and guidance and love into the fabric of their lives. Jessica, Travis, your energetic bond is palpable, infectious, and very worthy of celebration today. We're gathered here to return a small portion of the joy that you've brought into all of our lives. And thank you for being so uniquely you, your banalities, your eccentricities, and everything in between. Jessica and Travis come here today to publicly dedicate their lives to one another, not as a final destination or even a way stop. They've invited us to share in the continual transformation of a beautiful relationship. Jessica and Travis have benefited from and contain the multitude of prior generations. Throughout time, we become altogether a sum greater than our parts. Now we begin to build a big tent, bridging friends and families, a new community for and with Jessica and Travis. And we'd like to take a moment to honor our predecessors and those no longer with us with a brief moment of silence. Thank you for remembering. Now, I'd like to take just a couple of minutes to invite Jessica and Travis to be a witness to their own story and listen to their relationship's provenance, their experience of transforming from unique individuals into the amazing couple that stands before you here today. But these words are not mine, they are theirs. They each shared with me, entrusted their side of the story with me, without the others knowing what they shared. And we're here to reflect it back to you today, but I'm just the storyteller, it's your story. So listen, you two, as we are all here to honor the journey you both have walked to get to this moment. It all began at a speakeasy, like a great story should. App messages were traded and ignored for many weeks before their pivotal encounter. It's not important who ignored who, Travis. But Jessica's double message was far too enticing for you to continue to disregard. Each of you was intrigued by the other's hints at their true nature, dropped in the flurry of messages you exchanged before your first date. I work in finance. I work for myself. I like to read and race in triathlons. I like to dress up and go dancing. I've been to Burning Man. I've been to Burning Man. You sense that each was a little weird, and that's a good thing. Clever and sweet, magnetic and independent. To increase the stakes of the first date, Jessica, you said, "Oh, by the way, I've got an extra ticket to one of my favorite DJ's sets later tonight. If we enjoy each other's company enough, you can have the ticket." After a couple of drinks, some awkward first date questions, and a wardrobe change, Travis got the ticket. And carefree, you danced the night away. Travis fell hard. He confidently told Neil that you were the one I am going to marry after just 6 weeks of meeting you. You were cautiously optimistic. Your appreciation, respect, and love has compounded bit by bit. You both committed to honesty and vulnerability from the outset, spending hours in conversation. One such time was spent not far from here in Sundance, where you spent hours writing your goals, hopes, and dreams down on paper. As a couple, quality time is what you call it. You put in the work, the quiet moments, and consistent choice to love each other every day. Jessica, you unlocked the dreamer in Travis. You've challenged him to dig deep within him and discover his true desires, not simply what he thinks others expect of him. You lifted him up and gave him the gentle kick in the butt to put him on the path that he was meant to be on. Your joie de vivre sparks eternal joy and gratitude within him. Travis, you've shown Jessica the power of unconditional love for oneself, for each other, and for humanity. You've matched her energy and been a deep well of steadfast commitment and equanimity to support and hold Jessica when she needs you most. Yin to her yang. Your kind heart and dedication to greatness inspires her every moment she's in your presence. Your 5-year plans have been thwarted by uncertainty. Hedge fund or mutual fund? Makeup or real estate? New York or LA? How are we going to stay connected in the transition over distance as you move to California? And how about a pandemic just as you are ready to commit to one another and plan to get married? Where others might have seen obstacles, you transformed it into adventure. Nicole and I were so excited to plan our respective road trips across the country, us from New York, the two of you from Utah, and meet at the Oregon coast in August of last year. You rebuilt and crafted not just your van, Stella, but created an intimate home life on the road together, lived just feet from one another, day and night. The last year of van life, a third of your relationship, has both accelerated your understanding of one another and slowed your connection building to solidify your conviction that this is it. You are my person. Our journey is my destiny. And here we are at the threshold of marriage. You searched for, found, and adventured with your life partner. Now it's time to mark this moment with your public commitment to one another, to proclaim your shared and co-created foundational values for your relationship: learning, freedom, family, and love, so that we may aspire to also live up to them and here all together hold you accountable to them. And to begin that support, 4 members of your new combined community will read quotes that embody each of your values.
Spend each day trying to be a little wiser than you were when you woke up. Day by day, and at the end of the day, if you live long enough, like most people, you will get out of life what you deserve. Charles T. Munger.
True patriotism springs from a belief in the dignity of the individual, freedom and equality not only for Americans, but for all people on earth, universal brotherhood and goodwill, and a constant and earnest striving towards the principles and ideals on which this country was founded. Eleanor Roosevelt.
In truth, a family is what you make it. It is made strong not by number of heads counted at the dinner table, but by the rituals you help family members create, by the memories you share, by the commitment of time, caring, and love you show to one another, and by the hopes for the future you have as individuals and as a unit. Marge Kennedy.
Love is what we are born with. Fear is what we learn. The spiritual journey is the unlearning of fear and prejudices and the acceptance of love back in our hearts. Love is the essential reality and our purpose on earth. To be consciously aware of it, to experience love in ourselves and others, is the meaning of life. Meaning does not lie in things. Meaning lies in us. Marianne Williamson.
What a strong foundation to have co-created these values. A deep and mutual understanding of one another, to live a life of learning, freedom, family, and love. Before the traditional exchange of vows and rings, Jessica and Travis have each written their own that they would like to share with one another.
Travis. Travis, when I met you, I knew you were different. I never dated someone my age who had a Costco membership or whose idea of fun was to sit alone and read for hours. Ultimately, it was your professionally ranked yo-yo skills that sealed the deal. All joking aside, since the first day I met you, I instantly knew I found something very special that I should hold dearly and not let go. Most people don't know this, but before I met you, I had nearly given up hope in finding love. I was packing my bags and getting ready to move across the country, but then I met you and everything changed. What I quickly came to learn is that you were not only what I was looking for, you were so much more. You've been patient with me when I had my walls up. You've been persistent in showing me that I can trust you and have nothing to fear. You never asked to change me or limit my independence, but have encouraged me to be my truest self. You are grounded and steady, and I know that when I follow you, I am led to a place where I'm safe and loved. You've always had a very tender heart, free of judgment, and remind me of my beauty even when I cannot see it. You've always set such a good example to me and have proven to be a man of your word. At times, a man of few words, but your actions always show your impeccable character. Travis, you are truly a force to be reckoned with. And I am continuously in awe of your never-ending perseverance to us and our future family. Since day one, I have believed you are capable of everything, and I promise to remind you every day of your infinite worth. You've promised me everything within reason. And you told me that a life with you would be full of adventure. 3.5 years later, 26 states, 5 countries, and countless nights falling asleep under the stars, you were right. I can't thank you enough for being the man that you are and opening your heart to me and taking me on the adventure of a lifetime. While our love story has been filled with so much love and laughter, it hasn't always been easy. We've had to grow a lot together. And although our differences have been very obvious, everything that makes you you makes us stronger. I embrace you as you are and promise to not try to change you, but to create environments that allow you to be heard and grow without limitations. I promise to remember that neither one of us is perfect, but that we are perfectly imperfect together. I promise to show you grace and carry a forgiving heart as you've always shown me. I promise to be your biggest supporter and help make your dreams a reality, pick you up when you fall and celebrate your wins. I promise to nurture our health so that we may grow old together and be well. I promise to protect your heart and this marriage, holding it as the most precious gift of my entire life. I promise to cherish life with you and to remember how fleeting our physical time is here on earth, and that in a blink of an eye, anything could change. I'm so excited to officially start this next chapter of our lives and begin to build our family. I know it's going to be trying, but nothing worth having comes easy. And I can't wait to not just grow older with you in age, but to see how we grow in ways we've never dreamed. Just like the sun, you've been a never-ending constant of light in my life, one that I can rely on to be there for me every day. You have taught me what it means to love unconditionally. I promise to always strive to be a light in your life. No matter where we are, what obstacles come our way, above all, I promise to choose you every day. Loving you is the best thing that has ever happened to me. This journey called life is the most precious thing we have, and I'm honored to have the opportunity to be your wife.
My turn? It's a tough act to follow. My dearest Jessica, the message arrived one evening in New York City as the Halloween parade marched down 6th Avenue, foreshadowing what was to come, dress-up clothes for days, and a creative spirit unchained. You, a makeup artist in New York City, happened to message me, a suit, who also went to Burning Man. You must have been intrigued. Our first date, now etched in my memory, an evening of intimate conversation and connection on Irving Place. Before dancing the night away deep in Brooklyn, a spark had been lit which would not be contained. A spark today which burns strong and grows ever stronger by the day. We were and remain different, no doubt, but in my eyes, it's more of a same, but different, like yin and yang or the sun and the moon. It was only our second date when we realized just how much we had in common, an immediate desire to leave New York City, and a set of core values which revolved around family, freedom, and fun, to name a few. Values which we continue to hold near and dear to us, and which we continue to build upon as the foundation for our relationship. It did not take long for Jessica to leave an impact on me. Within a few months of meeting her, she began to nudge me in the direction of studying self-worth and self-improvement, a journey which carries on today. Within a year of meeting Jessica, I actually attended a Tony Robbins seminar, something I was very skeptical of, but something that remains a special memory for me, even to this day. A moment in time when I can really point to when I began to erase my self-doubts and negative self-talk. This is just a small example of the countless podcasts, posts, interviews, or shows Jessica would encourage me to study. Because she knew just how much potential I had, she just had to help me see it for myself and embrace it. You've taught me what it means to relinquish all self-doubt, to demand of the world what one deserves, and to never give up on my dreams. You truly bring out the best in me, and I cannot wait to see what empire we can build together, and an empire which provides not only for us and our family, but also for our community and friends. I promise to provide a safe and comfortable, self-sufficient home, even better than our van, Stella. I promise to make time for you and your selfish desires, dancing and asking questions, to name a few. I promise to raise our kids with unconditional love and compassion and to teach them how to think rather than simply what to think. And lastly, I promise to care unconditionally for you both emotionally and physically for the rest of our lives. Fun fact, I have promised Jessica that we will live to be at least 100. So buckle up because you have a whole lot of living to do. I've always thought that choosing a partner was more about how we would grow together, rather than simply how we were upon our first date. And I know that in you, Jessica, I have found a partner that will always grow with me, learn with me, laugh with me, and embrace the adventure which we call life together. The memories we have shared are countless, but I can't help but feel we are already living the life we were meant to be. One which is not bound by traditional norms and expectations. We are unafraid to do unconventional things, but at the end of the day, we want an unconventional life. For me, there's nothing to be afraid of, because even though we will share many ups and downs, I know that every peak will be higher than the last, and the valley below ever higher as well. The trend is up and up. To the sun and moon we go, my dearest Luna.
Jessica, do you take Travis to be your lawful wedded husband? You promise to love and cherish him in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse, and to be loyal to him for so long as you both shall live?
I do, baby.
Travis, do you take Jessica to be your lawful wedded wife? Do you promise to love and cherish her in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse,